As business owners, we tend to be really focused on how do we sell our products, what's our selling process, how do we get our message out. We should also be equally focused on how do our customers buy. That's very important to understand what our customers go through when they're looking at buying what we sell. Well, guess what? There's actually 5 stages that every one of us goes through, including you, when you buy anything. It can take as little as 5 seconds or as much as years, depending on what you're purchasing. So I want to go through the 5 steps real quickly with you. Step 1 is awareness. And when I say awareness is, are you aware that you have a problem? And the reason I say this is because when you have pain in your life, then you are willing to make a change. If something isn't painful, you're not looking for a new solution. So if you're driving an old car and it breaks down today and you can't get where you're going, then you might be interested in buying a new car. But if not, if it's still running fine, you're not going to do it. You know you have an old car, you're aware of it, but you're not willing to take any action yet. The second step is interest. That's when the pain starts to become a little more prevalent and a little more difficult to deal with, and you become interested in looking for possible solutions. That's when advertising and different things like social media will be coming into play, and you'll start to pay attention to some things. The third step is evaluation. That's when you're really actively interested in making a change in your life. That's when you're looking at all the alternatives. That's when you're doing a lot of web searching. You're talking to people that have purchased it before. You're paying attention to advertising and social media. That's when you're really starting to gather that information in. The fourth step is analysis. That's when you're narrowing your choices. You're deciding, okay, I've looked at all the options out there. What is the best for me? Sometimes the best option is status quo. The pain really isn't that bad based on what's available to me. I'll just live with it. But if you do want to make a change, that leads you to step number 5, and that's adoption or commitment. That's where you actually commit to making a change. So I want you to think about that when you're developing your sales and marketing procedures, because each one of those requires a different message to the customer. If I'm at the awareness stage versus the analysis stage, you're going to say different things to me. And as a customer, I'm going to have different types of questions. So make sure you really analyze what information your customers need at each one of those stages, and that's what you should be providing to them.